What's going on, guys? I've got here a 2006 Honda CRV, and I'm going to use this car to point out to you the location of the important fuses and the relay for the operation of the blower motor. I'm also going to give you some good troubleshooting steps for things to look out for when the blower motor is not working on your CRV. So we're going to begin by inspecting fuse number 14, which is behind this cover here. We're going to open this up, and the role of fuse 14 is to provide power to our actual blower motor control, and it also sends power to the blower motor relay for that relay to engage. So on the second row of fuses, 7.5, 10, and then 10. So this is the fuse right here for us to check. I'm going to pull this out just to show you what a good fuse looks like and reinstall it here. So again, power from that fuse is used to engage that relay, and also so that your controls work on your climate control. Now we can move under the hood. This is where we can find the main fuse that provides power to the blower motor. We can also find the blower motor relay. So it's going to be over here on the driver's side behind this cover here, which we remove by squeezing these tabs together and lifting upward. So the fuse that provides power for the blower motor is a 40 amp J-case fuse located right here. Go ahead and get this pulled out. And this is what a good fuse looks like here. The blower motor relay is this relay right here. And my favorite way to troubleshoot this relay is have the car on with the blower motor turned on. I'll then come here and I'll tap on the relay and then head inside the car and see if my blower motor has started working. Sometimes relays can get stuck, and by tapping on the relay, you can get it to work again. Now, unfortunately, we cannot swap this relay with any of these other relays because this is a unique size. But what we can do is remove the relay and manually send power to the blower motor circuit by connecting these two pins together. So connecting these two pins is actually what the relay does whenever the car is on. All this does is it sends power directly to the blower motor. Now keep in mind, that does not mean that the blower motor will come on. It just means that the power will be provided. Whether or not the blower motor turns on, and even the speed at which the blower motor operates, that is up to the blower motor resistor. So I'll actually show you the location of that. We're going to move inside the car. I'm going to show you how to access the blower motor and how to check out the wiring to it. So it's going to be down here. So looking down in here, there's a cover for us to remove. It just simply pops down. It can be helpful if you have a prying tool. And now we can see here, this is the blower motor itself. And much like the relay, my preferred method of troubleshooting the blower motor is to actually give it some good whacks. Sometimes a bad connection can form inside of the motor itself. And by hitting the relay, hitting the motor, you can sometimes get it to start working again. Further troubleshooting beyond that, of course, we can inspect the electrical connector that goes to it. So that's going to be right here. We can wiggle this around, and then we can also disconnect it. You just simply push this piece on the connector towards itself while you pull the connector down. So that's how the connector is retained. Now, what we're going to want to do is inspect the connector terminals, check to see if they're burnt or corroded, and the blue-white wire should receive a constant power from our blower motor relay whenever the car is on. The blue-black wire receives a ground, and it's the strength of that ground that dictates how quickly that blower motor is spinning. The ground actually comes from the control, the blower motor resistor, or the blower motor transistor, however you want to call it. That is this component right here. This is what actually responds to the dial that you turn, and it provides a ground to the motor for it to engage. So yeah, I hope that this information is helpful for you, or at the very least, a good starting point for you in troubleshooting the blower motor on your Honda CRV. Please do let me know if you have any questions, or more importantly, any advice. And thanks for watching.